storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, people? Now we are back. We are back. Okay, it's been a little while since we did a live show. I feel like it's been a little minute. All right, let me go ahead and let me get some throw some in the chat here real quick. I just gotta throw some in the chat. Okay, I missed y'all. Your boy missed y'all while I was in San Antonio, and that was fun in itself. Not that there was really much to do in San Antonio, but we still had a good time. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get that. Okay. Go ahead and post that link. Okay. Let me go here. Come in here. And let me go ahead and boom. Pin message. Pinned. Okay, cool. All right. So I think we were last live. What? I think we were live last. I want to say that was what, Thursday. Today is Monday. So yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday now. Tuesday. So about 5 days ago. Yeah, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. About 5 days ago. Listen. So let me first start off by telling y'all my best friend graduated from college. Well, with her master's degree, right, in early childhood studies, and she had graduated from Walden University, if y'all have heard of that. So we went on down there to San Antonio, okay? We went on down there to San Antonio and rented an Airbnb and had us a good old time. How did I like it? I've been to San Antonio before. That was probably my third time, but usually I was just there because, like, you know, I got a homie that lived there, so we went there, you know, to like celebrate holidays before. But no. Literally, you know, San Antonio is cool, right? It has its beautiful parts. But listen, it ain't a whole lot to do there. You know what I'm saying? Like you go there and you see it, and then you be like, oh, okay, that's San Antonio. That's it. Also, it was hot as hell. Okay? It was literally hot as hell. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It was hot. It was hot as fish grease in San Antonio. Not a breeze. Down to nothing. I felt like I was literally like in Mexico. Like, damn, did we step into Mexico? Because baby, it was hot. Okay, it was hot. You know, a lot of restaurants, a lot to eat, some nice bars, but that was pretty much it. Yeah. I've been to Austin before. Dallas, there's a lot more to do than San Antonio. Houston, I've been to, I want to say 2 or 3 times now. But yeah, baby, San Antonio, baby, it ain't much going on there. It ain't much going on there, but we had a good time. I had gumbo for the first time. I went to this restaurant called Boudreaux's. I went to this great vegan spot that was good. And yeah. I had a good time, but it was more like, you know, we was together with, you know, friends, family, and you know, that's really what it was more about. And then, of course, there was delays getting out of there. Okay, can we talk about that? Now, I flew in there Southwest, but baby, it was delays getting up out of there. Like, I think we were supposed to leave out 5:30, and I don't think that plane actually left till like 8 o'clock. Yeah. So it is what it is. You know, we back now and we back at it. So let's get on into it. You know, don't forget that every single show is sponsored by freecash.com. All right, where you can get paid to play games. All you got to do is hit the link in the chat or the QR code. Boom, there we go. Or the QR code that's right there. So let's get into some topics, baby. We missed some stuff. Let's get into what we missed. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so first things first, if I can undo my headphones correctly. Okay. First things first, we got to talk about this. I guess this new Wendy Williams documentary that's about to come out. Let's get into it.
Dan from the Wendy Williams show.
No, I couldn't deal with that. I don't even know how to put on makeup like that myself.
We can tell.
They used to be like this, right? They had a real close working relationship. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. According to sources that spoke with Lauren LaRosa, Wendy Williams feels blindsided at the fact that there's a new documentary about her life. And y'all guess who is a part of it? None other than Suzanne. They say Suzanne is executive producing this documentary.
Wow.
Here are the details. There's a new documentary, 3-part documentary about Wendy Williams, her life, her show, the cultural impact of her show, and of course, the ending of the show. It's set to air sometime in 2027. Well, her former executive producer and her former friend, Suzanne, is spearheading this project. But apparently, Wendy Williams has no involvement in the project at all. Okay, she says that, according to the source, she doesn't talk to Suzanne. She's not involved. And when the source was asked, is she at least getting paid? It was crickets. The source called it a disgusting and very sketchy situation. How do y'all feel about the situation? Do y'all feel like Suzanne is wrong for executive producing this, documentary about Wendy Williams without Wendy Williams being involved? Let's talk about it. Yo, do y'all remember Suzanne from the Wendy Williams show?
Okay, so let's talk about it. Is Suzanne wrong? Is Suzanne wrong for spearheading a documentary about Wendy Williams, okay, without any input from Wendy Williams? So there's two ways I look at it. The first way I look at it is that, number one, I don't even think Wendy Williams may even be in the proper headspace to sit for a documentary. Like, we see that mess and what happened with Lifetime and what that was. Like, that really had Wendy looking crazy. I don't know if they edited my girl crazy or if she really was just like drunk and high out of her mind. Like, let's just call it what it is. Okay. Y'all remember from Lifetime, Wendy was zooming in a scooter to the liquor store to get a vape, to get this, to get that. Like, it just made her look real bad. Okay, so now we fast forward. Here we go again with another documentary, and they're talking about Wendy's life, but Wendy's not a part of it. Now, here's my thing. Wendy has literally fed these bitches for how many years? When did the Wendy Williams show come on? I was in high school, I believe. So that would have had to been 2011. Wasn't it 2011, 2012 when they did the sneak peek? No. I graduated in 2011. That's not right. No. Wendy Williams show probably came on 2009 or 2010. Something like that. Listen, to me, this is a betrayal. This is a betrayal, and it feels like absolute exploitation. It feels like people are still trying to, and they probably will, honestly, even after Wendy dead and gone, they're still gonna be eating off of her. But these are literally people who seem to have no other projects going on, nothing else important to talk about, and they want to keep eating off my girl. Everybody want to eat off Wendy, but it's like Wendy can't eat off herself. Everybody want to profit from Wendy, but she can't even really have access to her own money like that. Now, Suzanne may be innocent. I'm not saying that Suzanne is finna like expose some real tea, because if Suzanne was really gonna expose some tea, then maybe Suzanne can expose that time when Wendy was trying to give some coochie to DJ Booth. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. See, DJ Booth told me this with his own mouth. See, we years down the road. He had called me on the phone, okay? And he said when he went in her dressing room, baby Wendy opened up that robe and she had a smooth cat. Oh, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So if she gonna tell the stories, tell those stories. Talk about how y'all was, how the staff was sleeping with each other behind the scenes. Tell those stories. Tell those stories. When he did what? And did. She had a smooth cat. Okay? Tell them stories about how Norman was on that show for 10 years, 15 years, however long it was on air, and he never got them teeth whitened. I seen Norman on somebody's show. He looked like he finally went and seen the damn dentist. Now, I don't know if it was all the cigarettes that bitch was smoking, but when I tell you for years, but we was looking at Norman in yellow teeth, yellow caked teeth in the camera, and nobody said nothing to him that whole damn time. Tell those stories. Make sure you also tell the stories because remember, Suzanne's husband worked on set too. So make sure you tell them stories of you and your husband getting into it and the ups and downs that y'all went through and the cheatation that was going on in your marriage, Suzanne, with you in the thinning hair because your shit's thinning at the top. So while we talking about Wendy and we finna put all her shit on the table and all her wine bottles that she was hiding up under her table in her dressing room, make sure you tell your tea too. Don't just talk about her and her smooth cat. Talk about everybody cat. Smooth cat, hairy cat, trim cat, cut cat, nappy cat, straight cat. Let's talk about all of that. Let's talk about all of it. If we're really going to say it, put it all on the floor. That's all I'm saying. Put it all on the floor. Justice for Wendy. I really hope she gets a paycheck for this. I hope that, no matter what, she still ultimately profits monetarily from this since she is still feeding the girls. Because apparently ain't nobody else trying to find no other fucking job. So we just gonna keep talking about how many more documentaries y'all gonna make on her. We already know what happened. The damn girl had a nervous breakdown when her husband cheated on her and embarrassed her. When he had a damn baby and had the bitch living down the street. I'm not calling the baby bitch. They had the old girl living down the street. We already know what happened. The girl did and had a nervous breakdown. What else is there to talk about? What more do y'all want to keep talking about? Our girl retired. Baby, y'all done took the credit cards. Y'all done took the debit cards. She gets an allowance. Y'all done took the girl apartment. Y'all done locked her up in a facility. She got to ask permission to eat. She got to ask permission to sleep. Got to ask permission to wipe her ass. Ain't no telling what they doing to her behind closed doors in that facility and the kind of medication they got hopped up on. So y'all done won. Y'all done got it all. What else do you want? What else do you want? I don't understand. But it is what it is. And I guess the business is the business, and the show must go on even if you're not there. I wanted to come and talk about this right here. Okay, wait, let me go here. I wanted to come and react to Hayden Panettiere's mother and her interview with GMA. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the mother that Hayden had accused of abuse, narcissistic abuse, abandonment. She claimed that her mother exploited her. And even when Hayden finally broke it off and wanted to just have a mother-daughter relationship with her and not a working relationship, she sat there and said, "You owe me, girl." She never really loved it. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Some of us just have parents out here that just don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about us. They never really loved us. They don't have the capacity to love us. I don't believe narcissists have a capacity to love because ultimately they have a chaos demon that is attached to them that keeps them from even loving their fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. She do look like a mix of LaToya Jackson and Cruella DeVille. That's a very good observation. She looked like low-key. She got her a good hair piece too. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see where the gray is in the front, and then they go black or dark. Now maybe she just got it colored like that, but it kind of gives that she got a little piece. And bitches always said, "This Storm, do you think Wendy Williams had to come in like Perez Hilton?" I do find it interesting, like I said, that people that do this for a living, whether you end up 200 million plus like Charlemagne the God, or millions of dollars in debt on somebody, there's a cost to everything, and that's what I'll say in that. There's definitely a cost to everything. That's the only thing that concerns me about this job. That's the only thing, baby. But I try to keep it cute and just deliver the news and just keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to just keep it cute. Because, baby, what you put out there, that energy is returned. Now, back to this hairpiece. So, she looks frazzle-dazzled. The hair is really frizzy. She couldn't even really bother to straighten it. you know, before she came on air, before she came on camera. You know, she kind of looks like a narc in the face to me. If you ask me, she kind of look like a narc in the face. I can kind of see it. It's like a dead look in the eyes. You know, she walks around with those eyebrows. You know, one too many nose jobs. I'm gonna leave that there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that there. Oh yeah. We got that Wonder Bread, that Wonder Bread news. We got that Wonder Bread, 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 We got that Wonder Bread news. That Wonder Bread news. There's still less news. No seasoning news. Narcissistic news. That mushroom news. That's liver spotted news. We got that Wonder Bread news. All right. I can't tell what kind of necklace it is she wearing. Can y'all tell what kind of necklace it is around her neck? Now, I will say right here, her décolletage. Ain't that what they call that area? That décolletage? What they call that right there? Where that necklace at? Ain't that a décolletage? It do look kind of smooth. So I don't know if, you know, I don't know if they got makeup on that, you know. Because normally for a white woman her age, baby, that's all wrinkled. Normally that's all wrinkled. You know, I can't tell, but anyway, let's listen to this interview. We're gonna get my thoughts.
And I think it will probably hit me later on. I would say to the haters out there, you don't have a right to tell me how I mourn the loss of my second child. That's my domain.
Leslie Vogel, a mother grieving the loss of her superstar daughter and their complicated relationship, opening up about the moment she got the news that her daughter had died in a South Carolina apartment at just 36 years old.
What was that moment like for you?
I was numb.
Don't be faking no tears like you cared about her. You ain't care about that girl. That girl said she wanted a mother-daughter relationship with you, and you told that girl, you owe me, and you walked out the door. You sold that girl to the industry. Don't sit up here and give me these sob story ass tears. I can't stand somebody crying without tears. Just stop it. Stop the performance. But just like a narc, they're always performing. Always. It never stops. It never stops.
I was just numb. I just couldn't feel anything. I still am not grasping this is real. It just doesn't feel real. My mind tells me it's not at times. You know, it's going to be a process. I need a minute, guys.
Yes. According to the police report, Hayden's honor.
You need a minute. You need a minute. Now look at her face. Not a tear on her face. Not a tear on her face. I need a minute, guys. I need a minute. Girl, you so full of shit. You full of more shit than my colon was when I left San Antonio. Your daughter literally wanted nothing to do with you. You highly traumatized your daughter, and you were also the cause of her getting into the D-drugs and the alcohol. You gave her all that trauma. Let's call it what it is. Now I understand they got to keep it cute and they got to be professional and they got to, I know the GMA, GMA gives GMA. It ain't Storm MA. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, girl, you fake as hell. What about all these allegations? What about what your daughter went through on that yacht with James Blunt allegedly? Are you gonna tell us that you sold her into the occult? What you go like when you gonna tell us when you gonna be truthful? You ain't got a lot of kick it. Your daughter didn't already urge you out. You was such a damn horrible mother to your daughter, she couldn't even be a mother to her daughter.
I need a minute, guys.
According to the police report, Hayden's on and off again boyfriend, Brian Hickerson, and his brother, Zach, were the last two people to see Hayden alive. The case is now under investigation. Brian had previously pleaded no contest in 2021 to felony charges he abused Panettiere. According to Leslie, their relationship with Hickerson accelerated in 2018 after Hayden handed over custody of her then 4-year-old daughter, Kaya, to her ex-fiancé, Vladimir Klitschko.
The situation with Hayden and Vlad and their daughter, that was a very difficult period for her. Vlad had taken over custody, for safety. In my opinion, that was the catalyst that she just couldn't keep those demons away. I think she struggled and Brian came into her life. She was vulnerable.
The mother-daughter duo intertwined personally and professionally from the time Hayden first appeared on screen. Born to shine, the actor started appearing in commercials as a baby, moving on to soaps, and eventually appeared on screen.
Look at this. Look at Hayden as a baby. You literally have made money off this girl from the time she came out. Hayden never even had a childhood because she was supporting her family. Let's call it what it is. Because she became some that her mammy could never be, a star. And the one thing your daughter asked you for was a real mother-daughter relationship, and you couldn't even give her that. But now in her death, you got time to come and give her an interview. You didn't have time to come help with your granddaughter. You didn't have time. Hell, why the hell you didn't step in and offer custody? Why the hell you didn't step in maybe even to do supervised visitation? Oh, I forgot. You such a damn narc. You probably took Vladimir's side. Let's call it what it is. You probably was happy that she lost her daughter. She had all these demons. Bitch, where the demons come from? Because demons don't come out of nowhere. Demons are birthed out of trauma. You summon them from your mouth, you call them in your life, or they get brought into your life. But nonetheless, where did the traumas come from? Maybe they're going to get into it later, but y'all not asking her the real damn questions. Carrying that family since birth, in life, and in death.
Shine, the actor started appearing in commercials as a baby, moving on to soaps and eventually TV dramas and film.
This is one of my faves. This is from In the Limousine on the way to the premiere of A Bug's Life.
Leslie sharing several photos of Hayden's early life with us.
You said people don't know the truth about your and Hayden's relationship. What was the truth about your relationship?
I would say Hayden had a very happy life up until she got Heroes at 16. So here she was, the star of a major TV series. But I would say at about 17, I started seeing her going downhill. As she got older, then it wasn't my voice anymore. I wasn't in charge of her choices.
She said, I noticed a change at 16, 17. And what did you do for your daughter when you noticed a change? Did you get her therapy? Did you step in and try to see what's going on? Did you try to reason with her? Or did you tell her to shut up and do her lines because you were eating off of her? All these parents with these kids in this industry talk about what they notice and what they notice as if they kids are not their kids. What the hell did you do as a mother to step in and help? Or did you low-key like that she was struggling?
I tried to give her the best advice I could. But again, you know, any young person, teen, they want to be.
How could you give her advice with that hair? Now, I know a lot of times kids don't want to listen to their parents, but come on now. How could you give her advice when this is how you walked out the house?
Liberated. And I get that. I did get that.
Hayden and her mom weren't speaking in the Star's final months. 1 year ago, her mom says she went to stay with Hayden to help her. She says Hayden wanted out of her relationship with Brian.
She knew that Brian was toxic. She knew she had to get him out of her life.
But things took a turn after about 6 weeks. She noticed Hayden pulling away, so she went back to her home in Florida.
What made you leave? What happened
Well,
between the two of you?
When I got the phone call from her saying, I'm going to be with the person I love. And I said, I just lost it. I lost it. I could not believe that she had gone that far back, that he had been successful in reeling her back in with all of the things he had done to her.
Vogel says Hayden was seeing Hickerson again. She gave Hayden an ultimatum. She says on the advice of her therapist, she told Hayden she couldn't talk to her if Brian was part of her life. And that was the beginning of their estrangement.
I needed it. I needed to have that pocket of time. Of course, I thought it was going to be a pocket of time. I did not, by any stretch of the imagination, think that this was going to happen to Hayden. I don't know why. I just didn't. Maybe I didn't want to.
Hayden released a book about her life, This Is Me, A Reckoning, back in May. In it, she recalls telling her mom at 19 that she didn't want Vogel to manage her career anymore. And Vogel replied, "You owe me." Vogel remembers that moment, but says her version doesn't match Hayden's.
I remember being in her trailer and literally saying nothing. I knew that day would come. It's not that I didn't expect it. But it was very short, very brief conversation. And then she turned and went to set.
Did it hurt to read that in the book?
You know, it just, I know I didn't say what she said I said.
But bitch, what did you say? I don't believe you. Because if that was not what you had said, you would be able to recollect what you did say. Or you would say, that don't sound like me. I probably would have said XYZ. So, man, what did you say? I'm gonna tell you, these piss poor ass parents, because it ain't just about mothers. Piss poor ass parents, they never remember the shit they do. They can tell you everything you did. They can never remember the shit they do, and the shit they came out of their mouth. I don't care what nobody say. She happy that girl did. She happy that girl did. She sure is.
Vogel lost her son Jansen in 2023, just 28. He was Hayden's little brother.
You've now lost 2 children in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
Just trying to I think you just have to find that inner strength. I have.
What did it mean when they look over to the left? She looked over to the left. What that mean when they look over to the left? Before they answer a question. What that mean?
Been knocked down throughout my life. And I'm not complaining because I have the strength to get back up. And that really is, it's not if we fall, it's how we get back up that defines who we are.
What do you want Hayden to be remembered for?
I want Hayden to be remembered for the talented, beautiful, outgoing, intelligent woman she really was. But I also want people to understand that it is my belief that she was suffering. Now, that doesn't make sense because when you look at a beautiful girl who's got an incredible career, even though...
Okay, you've mentioned her beauty twice. You've mentioned her beauty twice. So why does this give me that she was always jealous of her daughter? Why does this give that she was jealous that her daughter was more beautiful than her?
It has had its ups and downs, but you look at that big picture and you go, why would you be suffering? People don't understand that you can have on the exterior all of this, but that doesn't mean that what's going on in here matches.
And Leslie Vogel says she has been in contact with Hayden's former partner, Vlad. She calls him an amazing dad to their daughter, Kaya. She says he has given Kaya a wonderful childhood.
All right, so I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, my final thoughts is that, I mean, that's a TV safe interview. They didn't really go there for real. And honestly, if they were really going to dig deep, the mother probably would not have agreed to even do the interview. So I get it. I'm not even coming at Good Morning America like that. But what I will say is that interview was bullshit. Like, I need to know the dynamics of her childhood. I need to know how you handle discipline. I need to know, how did you separate the relationship of mom and manager? Because it is 2 different relationships. I don't know what's going on with that. Somebody was spamming the chat, but you got to go. Okay, hold up. I don't know what that was, but you got to go. But yes, I need to know. I need to know the dynamics between you and her father. And I know in a 7-10 minute interview, it ain't enough time to really get into all that, but I need to know all of that. I need to dig deep. Hell, lady, I need to know how you grew up and who raised you and what you went through. Like, I need to really fully understand this dynamic, because at the end of the day, your daughter dealt with a lot of traumas. Your daughter dealt with substance abuse, and your daughter dealt with like this dependence on love and an addiction to love. When we did this when Hayden first died, when we looked at the timeline of relationship after relationship after relationship, it was like she went from one narc to another narc to another one to another one, and didn't even give herself no time to heal in between. That baby's soul was tired, and she had a lot of fucking issues. And I'm gonna look at you as the mama. This the fruit that came from your tree. Hayden's father. I definitely need to ask about him. They didn't ask nothing about him. If he even still alive. Now, moving right along from that. I wanted to come and talk about now remember when I told y'all we can go over we can go over here. Okay. So next let's talk about Miss Tina Campbell. It's the God in me. That's my song. It's the God in me. I look so what you don't know it when you get home, then we hit the floor. That's my shit. Okay. Now shout out to Tina. I still say, because I told y'all gotta really, when you look at people, you really gotta look at people. This lady look like she mean as hell. No shade. No shade to Tina. Tina look like she is mean as hell. And she may not be. But when somebody smart like that, oh, that lady crazy. That lady crazy. You know what I'm saying? And let's be real, Tina. Before I really get into it, you and that man, that damn marriage been over with. And you know it. She a Trump supporter. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. That's why. Okay, that's really why the damn group had to break up. Okay, yeah. Because I remember Erica went on and she kept working. Erica been able to book shows and all that. We love Erica. And shout out to Google. Shout out to Google with her big old pretty self. Google, let me tell you something. Baby, Google, I don't know where Google at now. But baby, Google was the definition of like, just because you big don't mean you can't dress well. Like, there's no excuse. Like, Google stayed fly. Shout out to Google with her big old pretty self. She stayed fly. And always looked like she smelled real good. You know how like some women just look like they smell good? You know? Not just babe, but like they babe good. They got like a plenty lotions on, like just, and it ain't overwhelming, but the scent is just there. Shout out to Google. Anyway, with her big old pretty self. Now, back to Tina. Remember when I told y'all that Tina money was funny and she wasn't making the money that she used to? And that ever since she came out as a Trump supporter and Mary wasn't booking no shows no more like that the money was not moneying. Remember I told y'all that. Now when it came out, Tina Campbell, a murmur, says she earns less than $5,000 in monthly income and her expenses are nearly $12,000 a month in missed divorce. So really low key, ma'am, you're bankrupt. Low key. Like, I'm sure she got enough saved in the bank, but it's just like it's no different than anything else. Like, if you spend more than you make, no matter what socioeconomic status, what level that you're in, what lifestyle you live, unless she got millions and millions in the bank, that can really last her really like the rest of her life, it's only gonna be for so long. For this lady gonna have to file bankruptcy. And living in Cali, like, I don't know if that house is paid off. Like, I don't know, probably not, but I don't know. But ma'am, you because what's five times what's that, 60K a year? Is my math right? Oh, she never wanted to work. See, you know what? I don't really remember. Like, I remember the show, but I don't fully remember the show because it's been so long. You said, then how does she keep up with bills? She's going through her savings. That's what she's doing. She's going through her savings. You know, you got a lot of people like they live off of credit, you know, because if you got a good credit score and you got enough on credit cards or loans to float you through, then yeah, a lot of people live off of loans and credit and, of course, savings. Yeah. Like, ma'am, you got too many damn kids. $5K a month ain't gonna nearly be enough. Is it her that got a lot of kids? Yeah. I feel like her and Erica both got a plethora of children. I feel like Tina got more though. So she never thought to have some kind of business for us accrue at everybody's not, number one, everybody's not business savvy like that. Number two, everybody's just not a business person. Some people, they know how to perform. Like, that's what they do. They know how to perform. But businesses go bankrupt too. It don't matter if you don't bring in the income. Yeah. So basically every month she's $7K in the hole. Okay. So she brings in $49.76. And then and Teddy earns $7,500 a month. Okay. So they really make just enough to cover their expenses. Okay, she does not own her home. She rents. Okay. So rent is $4,100. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tina, you can move to Texas. You can move to Texas, baby. Arizona, Nevada. And you can cut that rent in half. So I'm gonna say that right here. Janae, who said I need to move on? Wait. Who said I need to move on? Who said that? This is my show. If you don't like it, you can click off. What, am I hurting your feelings because I said what I said? If the girl in a hole, the girl in a hole. The economy, though, right now, most people is. What's the problem? Who the hell said I need to move on? No, your ass go and move on. Move your ass up out my comment section. How about that? Get your big behind off the couch and go in there and go help Tina. Since you're so damn offended, Tina, is that you? Hit the link. Ain't nobody making fun of this girl. We just reading a damn article. Ain't no shame in the game. If the damn girl bankrupt, the damn girl bankrupt. The hell is you talking about? Somebody got in their damn feelings. I'm not even giving financial advice. I'm not even saying I'm not that ain't even my expertise. I'm just saying, just common sense. If you in a hole every month, you're going to blow through your savings. Unless you figure out how to make some more money. That's it, that's all. That's all. Ain't no shame in the game. What, Flora, what did I get on her and tell Nicki Minaj? I told Nicki Minaj to file bankruptcy. Don't be sitting up constantly getting sued by these people. File bankruptcy. White people do it all the time. Golly, boy, I swear, like we just talking shit. Okay, so she spends $4,100 for rent. She spends $266 for healthcare, $1,800 for groceries, $2,200 for utility. Damn, $2,200 in utility. Damn. $208 for his cell phone, $100 for laundry and cleaning, $150 for education, $1,308 for auto expenses, and $400 for charity and other bills. Woo, you got a house full of big bags, don't you? $1,800 for groceries? Girl, where you shop at? Irvine? Or you shop at the Whole Foods? You better go down to Aldi's. Do California got Aldi's? I don't know. You better go to Aldi's. You better go to Albertsons. You better go to Safeway. Yeah, you know what? It is Cali, though. You right, though. Food is expensive as hell in Cali because anytime I go, I remember I had to go buy some batteries, baby, and them batteries was like $13. I was just like, wow. Batteries or Band-Aids, one of them. It was just like, everything is high there. Like, let me tell you something. You know what? It might be DoorDash. Now, I ain't going to hold you. You can run up a lot of damn money DoorDashing. Now, that's a good point. It might be DoorDashing. Yeah. It might be DoorDashing. It might be DoorDashing. Shit, sounds like she low-key might need to move to Atlanta. Good Lord. Okay. But anyway, so now we know her business. That's the only thing about getting a divorce. And you a celebrity, baby. People gonna learn all your business. So that's what it is. So pretty much, to be honest, they really can't afford to divorce each other because with her income and his income, they're just barely paying the bills. And that's really with not much left over after every month. That's why I tell y'all, don't envy these famous people. Just because you're famous does not mean you're rich. It does not mean that you set. They have ups and downs just like everybody else. Okay, yeah, that's true too. But I'm just thinking like, because see, our biggest expenses is always going to be that rent or that mortgage. So I'm like, 4100, but that's California. And then she got a lot of kids, so she got to have room, Tina probably gonna have to pay alimony. I don't see with what money. You know what? So let me play pretend. If I was PR, what I would or I don't even know what I'm saying, but if I was like, okay, what we gonna do with this, Tina? Okay, so what we gonna do is we're going to start you a TikTok or a YouTube channel, and Tina, start a YouTube channel. And then we're going to follow you and the kids through the ups and the downs of the separation and the divorce, and the money problems. And then what we're gonna do, Tina, we're gonna laugh about it. We're gonna be Tina, you gonna get in front of the camera. You'll be like, girl, whatever you call your people, the Tinas, the Campbells, the Meanies, I don't know, the red-headed demons. I don't know. The Trumpers, MAGA, I don't know. So you're gonna say, hey, today we're doing Sunday dinner, just like I grew up on. Sometimes you gotta take it back to the basics. And so what I want you to do, I want you to get in that kitchen, Tina. We're gonna, have you got many children, so you got many hands, okay? So I want one of them kids following you with the camera in the kitchen, and you're gonna drag your feet across the floor. You're gonna have on your muumuu, no bra, just like Big Mama, and you're gonna get a big old pot of beans and rice on your kids' ass for McDonald's or Wingstop or whatever the hell you're gonna say. Do you got Wingstop and McDonald's money? We could really turn this into something if we think about it. If she humble herself enough, yeah, you're gonna make some ramen. I want you to go get some Franks at the grocery store, Polar sausage. I want you to go get some bologna. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, baby, I used to get my ramen. I used to fry me up some bologna, scramble some eggs, boom, black pepper, red pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Oh God, Italian seasoning, the basil, baby, got that Crystal hot sauce. Stir it up, baby. You put a little Earl in it, or you go get you some butter. Bow, stir it up. Then what you do? You get you some Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Flamin' Hot Funyuns. Some people do Takis. I'm not the biggest fan of Takis, but some people do Takis. And then you crunch you crunch your shit up, but I like the halfway crunchy because I like to mix in some of the crunch, and then I like some of the whole chips on top. And then what you do? Oh God. Then what you do? You go in the refrigerator and you look for the cheese. You look for that little bit of cheese, baby, and then you throw that in a pot too. And you, baby, and bitch, you got a whole meal. Bitch, you got a whole meal. What you mean? Hey, T, Hunter, baby, you better feed them kids some pork and beans. You better feed them damn kids some pork and beans. What we talking about? Okay, but anyway, listen, it just goes to show that Storm never lies to y'all. And when I told y'all she took a hit financially when she joined MAGA and she was talking all that shit, she really took a hit. I know you don't like your husband no more, Tina, but low-key, y'all might need to go old school into those children or adults and just live in a house and pay them damn bills, because neither one of y'all can really afford to divorce each other. That's just, it is what it is. Moving right along from that, I did want to do the Sidney Starr update. Let's do the Sidney Starr update. We're gonna go. Bam, found it. All right. So Sidney Starr, okay, denied bond, or as they say in Georgia, bond. Denied bond. Okay, denied bond. You said, Lord, now pork and beans, that's ghetto. She live in ghetto. They in the red. What you mean that's ghetto? The ghetto kept many of us fed. I don't know what you're talking about. Shit. I will say though, Tina, before I move on, Tina, the post office is definitely hiring. It's almost that season. Matter of fact, they're hiring now. They definitely gonna be starting after Labor Day. So while you're not really working and on tour like that anyway, take your ass on down there to the post office. You're gonna get plenty of hours, job security, health care, and you're still gonna be able to sing and do your thing. Go on down to the damn post office, Tina. Get you a job. Okay. All right. Now back to Sidney Starr. All right. Wow. The star has definitely fallen. She looks terrible. She looks terrible. She looks terrible. Like this is like, let me tell you something, baby. That makeup and that hair is voodoo for real. But that put aside, y'all think Chingy put some roots on her? Shout out to Chingy. Let me stop. Let me stop. Look at Sidney. Oh my God. She look rough. Y'all think they whooping her ass in there? Nah, they got her in protective custody though. Well, hell, no wonder. You know what? I'm not gonna make that joke. Wow. And this is who said she a better lady than y'all, ladies. She said she take y'all man. She said she looked more like a woman than most women. I remember she was one of them cocky ones. I remember that. Listen, when I tell you every dog has his day, every dog has his day. She did all that to Chingy, and look where she is now. In prison. Oh, you right. Because she ain't got access to them hormones. She ain't got access to them hormones. Wow. Damn. Jail is not a good place to be. It says Sidney Starr is staying behind bars for now. She appeared in court Tuesday and was denied bond following her arrest earlier this month. She's facing the charges of dotomy, battery. Yeah, she got arrested at the Embassy Suites. Okay. During the latest hearing, an investigator detailed the allegations. Detectives found Sidney at the hotel after receiving information about an alleged sexual encounter involving a juvenile. According to the investigator, Sidney admitted the juvenile had gone into an elevator with her and then entered her hotel room. That's how horny and nasty and gutter and gone you was. You didn't even know who that little boy was. All you saw was, and you wanted it. Got arrested and baby, the condoms was falling out your pocket. Because you have such low self-esteem, such low self-worth, and such low self-value that you got to throw your body and your mouth on everything that walks. That's your damn problem. See, you walk around like a lady, but you got the sex drive of a man, and that's your damn problem. Oh, hold up. Let me talk to the real you, because that's fake. Oh, that's fake. Let me talk to the real you. You 37 years old. You damn near 40, nigga. You got a receding hairline, and you got a receding hairline. Your neck and your chin has disappeared. You look like somebody's auntie. And instead of you sitting around trying to hopefully give somebody some damn wisdom or get your life together, you picking up teenagers at the Embassy Suites. I was trying to figure out if there was acne or if there's hair bumps. That might be a full beard that's growing in. I don't know. Then your mama gonna say, I don't think my daughter would. Ma'am, your daughter lied on a man and ruined his career. You ruined probably hundreds of millions of dollars from Chingy. Who knows how big Chingy was gonna get? Maybe that's a stretch, but definitely tens of millions. You took out that man's pocket. All because you lied. All because you got a spirit of messiness on you. And I don't like them little bitty ears on that big ass head of yours either. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Fillers in the lip. Dark circles around the eyes. And sitting there looking crazy and deranged, because that's what your ass is. You crazy, you deranged, and you oversexed. But guess what? You in a place now where it's raining men. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. You got men, manly men. You got, baby, you done literally bought yourself a permanent seat in the damn sausage factory, baby. So I don't really know why you sad. I don't even know why you want to leave. You should be happy. What's the one that do the interviews? I like shit and I want shit. You should be like that. Well, you can't be that damn aggressive because you could never fight. Hell, them women was whooping your ass. You can never fight. I still didn't like you fighting the women on baddies. But that's another story for another day. They put her in a man's jail. And baby, when I tell you the trans community hurry up and cut ties with her, they ain't never like her ass anyway. They cut ties. What? One of them said, I don't got nothing to do with that. That's why I make sure that's wrong, man. I ain't got nothing to do. Yeah. Trying to act like a woman, baby, with the sex drive of a man. Oh yeah, that was so. I just love how quickly they. What got me was this, right? And they did what they were supposed to do. You're right, Love MJ. However, here's what got me. Not one person has said, "I can't believe this." This like the Sidney I know would never. Not one has said that shit, which means everybody already knew how she got down. They just knew it was a matter of time before she got caught. So teenage boy is definitely, of course, not the only victim. Let's call that thing a thing. That ain't the only victim. If there was to really all come out, it's probably 30, 40, 50 plus victims. Because if y'all don't know that about the gay community, is nothing but space and opportunity when you want to do the nasty. That's it. Because you can't get them pregnant. So once you remove pregnancy, it's balls to the wall. It's balls to the wall. Usually no condoms. Now, Sidney might have had condoms on her, but for the most part, they don't use no protection. Do you think more victims would come forward? No, probably not. Because a man is not going to want to admit that. Yeah. Should definitely be on the sex offender registry. Absolutely. I saw that too. The trans has slapped that real woman for calling up. Yes. I'm going to say this, McLarge Mills. If I was that woman, I would sue. I don't know what network that was, but I would sue. Biological male should not be hitting a woman. That's abuse. Absolutely not. I would sue. All they got to do, see with these networks, they don't really hire people that they think will sue. They hire, street meat, gut them, because they don't like calling the police that they know don't want to be in court like that. So they can get away with all that. But it's going to take the right one to sue and get that bread and bankrupt one of these networks. And that ain't going to be going down no more. I would sue. I would absolutely sue. You said Eddie Winslow was turned out, doing bad. I'm going to say this. Eddie and Sidney are friends. From what I was told, Sidney was never Eddie's real boo. They did that for social media. Eddie has a long-term trans girlfriend, though. His name ain't Eddie Winslow, Darius McCrary. But he has a long-time trans girlfriend by the name of Chanel. Chanel was very upset when he went viral with Sidney because Chanel felt like, why you not putting me out there? You doing that with her, but why you not giving me that treatment? He keeps Chanel in the closet. Well, Chanel is kept in the closet because Chanel is the actual trans girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? So, I know, and people gonna continue to say that I know because they really don't know. But and I'm not saying, I'm gonna just say Eddie. I'm not saying Eddie and Sidney ain't never messed around. I'm not gonna say that. But what I am gonna say is that ain't the actual trans girlfriend of Eddie's. Chanel is. And Chanel has been around for over 10 years. So, it's one of them things like I'll go viral with you for the internet, but Eddie loves Chanel, so he gonna keep Chanel protected. Wow, this gets worse. The alleged victim's mother spoke in court and asked the judge to deny bond. She said her 13-year-old son is now undergoing intensive therapy. 13? I originally, for some reason, imagined like 17. And that does not make it better at all. But 13, ain't no way she didn't know that was a little boy. That's a boy that just started puberty. Ain't no way Sidney didn't know. Like I said, Sidney been doing this shit. This ain't nothing new. Sidney just finally got caught. Yeah, because you know how, and I hate saying this because it's not fair to do this to black boys, but you know how like you can have like ladies that have like tall sons or sons that look, I hate that shit, but we just talking. They may be 16, but you go places and they might think that young man is like in his 20s, and you're like, no, that boy's 16. He's still pissing in the bed, 13. Well, if we're going to be really honest on this camera, well, let me ask. I'm going to ask first. Y'all going to have a real conversation? Y'all going to have a real conversation? We ain't going to have time to go fully in depth, but, and I'm hoping LGBT QIA2 plus commentator will be honest about this part. But I can tell y'all this, right? And I know you don't believe I'm straight, so it's fine. So just listen. I have gay friends. Every single one, let me think. I'm gonna say majority. The majority of the ones that I'm cool with, that I know, their first times was around 12 and 13. Like they were 12, 13, 14 with 35 plus year olds. And I'm just talking about the males. I'm talking about the males who were messing around with even their daddy's friends, their daddy's homies, meeting up on a what was the old school chat line y'all used to have back in the 90s? That meeting in woods, meeting at the park, all these sheds, this, that, lockers and storage facilities. Yes. So it's a common thing. And of course, that goes to girls too, of course. But it's a very common thing with LGBT youth where they be messing around with even though you know it's wrong, that creates that dynamic of where like they just repeat that shit generation after generation. Not all, but it is something to definitely speak of. Because the sad thing is, oh bitch, we don't really go here now. I don't know what happened to this shirt. Either that or my shoulders that got too big. if we really be real, the sad thing is for a lot of, I'm gonna say, teenage boys, when this kind of shit happened to them, you introduce them to something, you open and unlock something in them that, or put something there that was not there, that they were not born with. Not saying that ain't some people that's born gay, because some people do appear to be born gay, right? It just is. You know, sometimes you can't literally see this shit, right? But for a lot of our youth, you just be like, that may not have been a trajectory of their life, or that may not have been what they are into or were gonna be into. You understand what I'm saying? At 13, that's most likely his first sexual encounter. That's wrong. That's wrong all day long. It ain't nowhere around this shit. That's wrong. And it ain't no justification. But when I've heard my gay friends speak about it, and these are males, right? They don't. It's like you have to remind them, like, yo, you know that's trauma, right? Like, you were 14, he was 40. That's not okay. You know? And then when you start, like, when you look at what happens in sports and like Boy Scouts and the church and the military, you just be like, it's a lot. They don't even be realizing that maybe don't want to fake. Right. Well, okay. Speaking of that, let's move along from that. Wow. Kim, okay. I want to come talk about Kim Zolciak's son. I know this happened last week. But her son got arrested. 15-year-old son. And fudge. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna X out of that. Come back here. Hold on, pull it up one more time. There we go. Okay, so KJ was arrested. All right. Now, this really? Okay, now don't start that bullshit now. Now, this is KJ. This is Kim and Croy's son, the first son. All right. 15 years old, was arrested for dotomy and dadua tattery. Okay. But when I tell you these famous people and their kids really be just clowning, they literally be clowning. All right. So he's 15 years old. All right. He was spotted for Kim was spotted for the first time after news broke of her 15-year-old son. Bitch, if y'all don't get these ads. 15-year-old son, Croy KJ Jagger Bierman Jr., actual adult arrest. All right. She drove her Range Rover through Alpharetta, Georgia on Sunday, 2 days after the teen's detainment made headlines. There she go right there, you know, probably on her way to her boyfriend's house, her married boyfriend that's going through a separation. Okay. All right. Now he taken into custody for aggravated, sodomy, right? And we all know what that is. Okay. There you go, right there. All right. They say that the assault took place at a Lifetime Fitness Center on April 23rd. The alleged female victim accuses her this was a classmate of forcing oral and digitally penetrating her, per court docs filed in Fulton County Juvenile Court. She was 15 as well. The 15-year-old told her parents about the alleged attack the following day and was examined at North Fulton Hospital in Georgia. Zolciak vehemently maintained her and estranged husband Croy's innocence in a statement, said that the claims were reckless and deeply troubling. Okay. Now, here's my first question. Would they have arrested this boy? Would they have arrested this boy if they ain't had no evidence? Would the cops have arrested this boy if they did have no evidence and no strong suspicions? Because they took that girl to the hospital to be evaluated. Now Spiritual Gangster says she got scared and told a lie. I don't know. My thing is scared about what? Because they don't say that they got caught. So if they was just messing around consensually, it don't like nobody would have known. Although at a Lifetime Fitness, who's messing around? I don't believe that. That's what he's being accused of. This happened months ago. Yeah, because it happened in May. Yes. Now he got a hearing September 1st. See, she wants to proclaim his innocence, but no. Digitally, that means fingers. That means fingers. So the same thing the game did to India Love. But India was 18. India was either 18 or 19. Thank you. Not at the gym. And the crazy thing is this. And here's the thing. Kim and Corey ain't even got no money like that no more. So it ain't like they can just pay this. I mean, maybe they still will pay it off. I don't know. But I don't think that girl just made that up out of nowhere. I don't think so. Why would they need to make that up? They got another picture of him here. I mean, he's white, so they're gonna make him look innocent. Okay. Her statement, Kim Zolciak's statement was he categorically denies ever being involved with this woman or engaging in the conduct she has alleged. My son voluntarily took a polygraph examination regarding these allegations and passed. Okay, so if he really took a polygraph, why has his mother not produced the polygraph? First off, polygraphs are not permissible in court, but nonetheless, if that's true, then you ain't supposed to not name polygraph. So come on, Kim, let's be real. Every legitimate allegation deserves to be taken seriously and investigated based on the facts and evidence. At the same time, no one should be publicly condemned based solely on accusation. That girl didn't make that up out of nowhere. I'm not buying that. We remain confident that the facts and evidence will establish the truth. We ask that everyone allow proper process to take its due. Girl, y'all public figures. We gonna talk about this shit now. There go the daddy right there. Okay, looking pitiful as hell. I'm gonna tell you this: when it comes to Corey, this is an example of a weak ass man that failed to lead his family properly. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Don't ask me to take it back because I'm not. This is a weak male who failed to lead his family. And Corey, you got to take that shit on the chin. You went from living a regular life, Montana. You a regular old white boy from Montana, sheltered, had never been around anybody with any pizzazz, swag, soul, none of that. And you allow Kim to walk all over your ass. You even allow her to cut off communication between you and your family until you lost everything. You went broke. And you had to go back home. You had to go back to your family. Their daughter, Kaya, spent the summer in Montana. Why? Because guess what, baby? When that money get low, back to your family you go. I was finna say nigga, but he ain't black. Your parents told you that Kim was no good. That girl had a ready-made family, and you wasn't ready for no woman like that. That family told you. She didn't do nothing but keep up ill on TV and basically exploit and profit off of black people. Let's be real. Let's be real. Kim Zolciak is white trash. Let's call it what it is. She from Connecticut. We seen her childhood home. I'm not saying she grew up in poverty, but she ain't really grew up with shit like that. This girl was a damn CNA. Like a Nissan Sentra driving. What do CNAs drive? I feel like CNAs drive Altimas, but you get my point. Like Kim didn't have shit. She was a mistress, a public mistress for decades. Was getting licked in the living room while her kids were sleeping in the bed in the other room. Had DJ Tracy going all down on her while her kids could hear the slurping and the spitting in the other room. Kim was never Can we talk about how Kim was never a mother? Can we talk about how Kim was never a mother to them daughters, and she wasn't even a mother to them damn kids that she had with you, Corey. Kim ain't never had a job that didn't require. Kim ain't never even had a job. Yet y'all needed an 8-bedroom mansion. You needed a chef, you needed a nanny, you needed a this, you needed a that, and that heifer was down there at the casino spending $25,000 to $150,000 a month, and you're surprised that y'all went broke. You never stepped in to stop. You never put your foot down. You never was a damn man. She might be a Leo. She might be a Leo. I don't know. Let's look up Kim's Zodiac. Let's see. Kim Zolciak Zodiac. Oh, Lord Jesus. She's a Taurus. Well, she's a female Taurus, so she a hard-headed woman. I already know that. She a hard-headed woman. I already know that. Let's look up his Zodiac. Croy Bierman Zodiac. Period. Okay? And he's a Virgo. He's a Virgo. So actually, theoretically, it should have been a man, but no, that girl ran all over him. And let's just keep it real. He's way younger than her, and he really just had no clue. He had no clue what he was dealing with. And his parents saw that and tried to tell him. You understand, Corey? You messed up your whole life because you wanted something spicy and you couldn't handle that, sir. You was a sheltered, cowboy hat wearing, horse riding, white boy from Montana. You should have got you one of them. What's old girl from Food Network? The Pioneer Woman, like a Rebecca Drummond. Is her name Rebecca Drummond? You should have got you one of those. Sweetie. She stripped. I didn't even know she was a stripper. I'm going to leave that alone. You should have got you a good old down-to-earth country girl from Montana that would have kept your life together. Would have definitely been a mother to your kids. Kim wasn't even a mother to her daughters. Her parents raised them girls. And them girls got different daddies. And then when Sweetie came around, then Sweetie was raising those kids. Kim wasn't never a damn mother. Nothing about her gave nurturing. No, she's got away with men clearly. Mm-hmm. Damn, I couldn't even highlight that comment in time. Yeah, she do. And the crazy thing is, what she do to men fall for, and they give their whole life for a woman like that. And then when it don't work out, then they get online and they say that a man should never get married. No, you married the wrong woman. Kim was good for one thing, and you should have left it at that. See, the problem be that, a lot of these people really just supposed to be drive-bys. That we be like permanently hooking ourselves with. This supposed to just be a drive-by. This wasn't supposed to be nobody that was permanent. But nothing about that woman a wife at all. Not only that, she married you and wanted to act like she was married to Tom Brady, and she was not. Kim, you married a bottom tier football player. You married a regular dude. He wasn't really interesting enough to go on to have like a broadcasting career. Like, he was just going to be one of those men who lived off of his, his pension. I think it's like $250,000 a year, something like that. He's just a regular dude. There's nothing wrong with that. But regular need to be with regular. Kim don't want no regular life. Kim want to live like Gisele Bündchen. Kim want to be with the stars. Kim want to, but guess what? She can't get a damn star. See, that's the thing about Kim. She gotta get with like to be honest, a goofy looking white boy. The standard issue mediocre Brad. Evan, Ethan. You know what I'm saying? Like, she, like a white man with like a certain kind of white man ain't gonna take her seriously. He's just not. Other than that, she gonna have to start dealing with black dudes. Now, if she start dealing with black dudes, then she can get a black dude. Even this new guy that Kim is with, he's very rich, but he's, he's mediocre Matt, I'm going to tell you, sir, you and Kim were horrible parents. You did a horrible job with those kids. I do still believe you're the better parent out of the two. But we got to say allegedly. But if your son really did what he did, yeah, you got some real issues on your hand. You got some real issues on your hand. Let me tell you something. I ain't even like the dynamic. When they had their reality show, Don't Be Tardy for the Party. I didn't even like the dynamic. Them kids having all that attitude, having all that lip, like it couldn't be mine. Could be mine because, baby, I'll be whooping ass. It couldn't be mine. I don't know. Everybody different. Everybody different. I know every generation is different, but it's just like the way these kids talk to their parents now, I could never. I don't know about y'all. I could never, way too much lip, way too much freedom, way too much I'm gonna do what I want. No, you're gonna get in there and do what I told your ass to do. That's what you're gonna do. See, I could tell you never ran through that house and your tidy whities swinging that belt, hitting everything that was moving. That be the damn problem. You cannot be soft with children. You can't, let me tell you something, even a woman like Kim, you cannot be soft with a woman like that. That's a rough ass woman that is disconnected from her divine feminine energy. Baby, that's a rough ass woman. You got to put that in check. And if you can't, she ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could tell. Then you go and you adopt Brielle and Oriana, and they getting lip fillers and plastic surgery. What the hell kind of father allow that? What the hell kind of father allow that? Storm, she needs a Kevin. Right. Remember when she was talking about Nene and her son? Yup. I do remember. She had all that shit to say about Nene's son. Meanwhile, look what your kids grew up to do. Corey, you are a cautionary tale that as a parent, as a man, as a step, as a whatever, you have to establish order in your house. But I'm going to say, man, let's talk about it because it's my shit. Let's talk about it. Anytime a man let a woman come into his life and dictate the relationship with his parents, his family, his siblings, or even his kids that he had before this came along, to me, that's a weakness in that man. I've seen it in my own family. You know, I've seen it with my old man, uncles, all that. Like, I cannot get with that shit. Ain't no way you gonna come and tell me shit about mama. You can't tell me shit about mine. I'll tell you that to your face. You're not even gonna feel comfortable to try to tell me something about my mom because that's my mom. I don't know if it be a thing of like they be afraid to lose these women. Like, I don't be understanding. But you was done when you allowed this girl to come in your life and cut you off from your parents who had did nothing to you. It did nothing to you but tell your ass the truth. That Kim wasn't shit, wasn't about shit, and wasn't gonna never be about shit. And here we go all these years later, and you had to go tuck your tail in between your legs. You had to go get you a regular job. And your kids your family's helping you raise your kids. Yeah, y'all don't remember. I remember their wedding special. And Kim got an attitude because her parents wanted to come and like use the bathroom inside the house because they had the wedding in the backyard and they had like the porta potties outside. But the parents didn't feel comfortable using that. They wanted to come in the house and actually use the bathroom, and they felt like, well, this is my daughter, this is my daughter's house. Why can't I'm not a guest, I'm family, right? And Kim threw a whole fit. Corey, that should have been another sign for you, Corey. Kim disrespects her own parents. She didn't honor her own parents. That should have told you right there. She damn sure wasn't gonna honor you. Now, to be fair, Chi-Town, it's a weak man, and it's also he just was sheltered. He's very sheltered. I could tell Corey's only interaction with black people was when he played football. I could tell because even the way he would act when he would come on camera when they would. I'm not talking about the family show. I'm talking about when Kim was filming Housewives. His demeanor around the cast and the crew, I could tell. Oh, he's not even comfortable with black people. I could tell. Yeah. But anyway, back to the bathroom situation. They should have had at least one spare get. This how I feel, Keely. My mama can use the bathroom in my room in my house because that's my mama. You don't tell your mama to go outside like she. My mama can go use what's the bathroom that's in your bedroom? You can go up there and use. How you know your mama ain't got a shit? How you know your mama ain't got a boo-boo? Is she gonna feel more comfortable going in your room, closing the door, doing what she got to do, even taking her a quick shower after or washing her ass if she want to? That's my mama. I wish I would tell my mama, now you gonna use that porta potty, bitch. What? My mama can use any bathroom. Ain't number one bathroom in this apartment. But I'm saying right now, my mama can use any bathroom in this motherfucker. Because that's my mama. My mama, if I had kids, it don't matter. You go in there, you use the damn bathroom if you need to. I was just like, is people okay? That's what I'm saying. That was so disrespectful to her parents. And she did his parents the same way. You know why she did that to his parents? Because his parents saw right through her shit. And that's just what it was. Thank you. My mama that I came out of, she can use any. I would, boy, when I say, well, first off, my mama wouldn't go for that because my mama fight. Like, my mama wouldn't go for that. My mama's not quiet; it's very loud, so my mama wouldn't go for that. But I'm just saying, my mama use any bathroom in this motherfucker. What? Who gives a damn? That's my mama. The fuck? Now you want to treat your mammy like a damn outside dog, like a damn pit bull on a chain, then you do that. Yeah, Spanish and black is right. But you got some white people that don't play about their parents either. You got some parents that don't play about their parents, white people that don't play about their parents either. But anyway, I'm gonna move right along from that. That shit making me mad just think about it. Like, really, really kicked her mama out the wedding for that. Like, but that's why ain't no good came to her. Okay, what's the next story I wanted to get into? Let's see. Queen. All right, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to get into this Yada Awakening situation, okay? All right, Yada Awakening's wife, or one of his many wives, Divine Queen Yada, aka Asia or Aja Yada, all right? She didn't expose, well, I didn't see that. She didn't expose her husband again for giving her the 2-piece and a biscuit. Okay? Now, the crazy thing is, this is not her first time accusing him of domestic violence. This ain't the first time. Now, for everybody like, well, who the hell is Yada Awakening? Okay, I'm going to give y'all a picture of him. This is the master simp, baby. Master simp. Okay. Bam. All right. There go Yada Awakening right there. Social media careers. He made a lot of money selling y'all them herbs and them, them special juicy, baby. He ain't selling y'all number fruit juice in the bottle, nonetheless. Yeah. Now, when I look at a man, okay, and you really analyze a man, to me, he look like he beat bitches. He look like he do. He look like he do. Okay? Let me go to the YouTube channel. Hold up. Okay. Y'all awakening. Let me go to his page because he's one of those dudes that believe in a polygamy, but then, he's the one that was giving the dating advice and saying women, you need a masculine man. They love to get online and talk about this masculine, feminine, masculine, divine this, divine that. They love to call themselves all kinds of yada this, yada that. And they really just be full of shit. Okay. We are in the age of all these grifters being exposed. Point blank, period. Hold up, I had to check something else real quick. Wait a minute. What else? Well, okay. To do that. Okay, they open at 6. Okay, all right, I do that in the morning. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Yeah. They're nothing but grifters, okay? The one that was saying, here we go. Here's the video that went viral 2 years ago.
It's hard out here. And you talking about, oh, I'm not a man if I'm going 50-50 with my woman. It's hard, brother. You sitting up here, your nice house, your nice jewelry, nice cars.
Brother, I applaud you because I understand that it is hard out here, but we are men, so we have to go harder. I'm not saying or trying to speak down to you, my brother.
That was 3 years ago.
That's it. I'm not. But I want you to be reminded of something that our fathers didn't teach us, that we must go hard and that we shouldn't get into a relationship with a woman until we have direction.
But who are you to say that?
A person that cares, a person that loves you, a person that's been in your shoes and understands how it feels when we can't give our family what they truly deserve. We have to go hard. Now, give me one moment.
Now, Yada, you said go hard. Now, we didn't know you meant hard up and through her face. See, to me, this sounds like that fake motivational speaking that, and don't get me wrong, I do follow some good motivational speakers, but it sounds like that fake church voice, that fake ass preacher voice like that, thank you. Even though he got up here saying this shit, like, you got to be able to read in between the bullshit. I'm going to tell y'all another thing too. Anytime the men be real soft spoken, they be bitches. I'm just telling you. I'm not surprised by any of this. Yeah. This is not necessarily wrong, but this is the video where he went viral. So, okay. Let's go back to. I'm gonna go back to a video with him and the kids. Here we go.
So, baby, I got a question for you.
What is it?
So, when dealing with a man, what should a woman bring to the table?
Baby, when a woman is dealing with a man allows that woman to understand that she is the table. It's my job to place things on top of that table. It's my job to make sure we have money on top of that table, food on top of that table, a house on top of that table, a car, and everything you need to maintain yourself and the children. But it's your job to turn all these things into what can elevate our family as a whole. So my job is to maintain the table, which is you, because the family's on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to make sure that you're put in a position where you can sustain everything that I lay on you, that you're able to deal with the pressure or stress from the things that I lay on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this. They say right now he done ran over there to Africa. They say right now he's over there in Senegal. That's what they say. Okay. But let's be real too. Yada was using the hell out of these women. If he did not have the family man image, if he did not put the women in the forefront, if he did not have that, that shit would, like, all them products he was selling would not have sold out the way that he was, and he would not have gotten as popular as he did. Thank you, DL Warlock P word. Thank you. Thank you. We have to stop. And I'm not saying y'all do, but it's so many people that look to them, look up to them. A man like this knows that he profits off the fact that the majority of the women that's going to support him, because black women, y'all is the blueprint. Y'all support this man. It wasn't really black men support him like that. That was black women. Okay? He knows he has to say what they want to hear. He knows he has to put on a certain image of a strong provider male, something that a lot of women have not had the luxury of having. So he knows that, and he plays on that. But this man was disingenuous, because you know what he didn't say as well? Yeah, I provide for you, but I feel like I have the right to discipline you. Let's talk about it. Let me shake my water. You have a lot of men, especially those that are very religious or spiritual, because this ain't no Christianity. This is some kind of, even though some Christian men try to say that polygamy is allowed, but this is some kind of polygamous spiritual something. Those men also feel like you submit to me. Okay, we're gonna talk about submission. What they don't say publicly, but what they believe in your belief, what controls your behaviors. Okay, they believe that because I take care of you and I this and I that, you submit to me, but I also have the right to hit you as and when I see fit to correct you. That's Nick. There we go. Niggas, damn, hip hop. Niggas like that, that's what they believe. That's what they believe. See, we don't like to talk about that. Thank you. It's very performative. We don't like to talk about that. Okay, maybe they're Muslim. We don't like to talk, but no, I don't think so. We don't like to talk about that, but that's what a lot of them believe. And because they get a lot of these women off the streets, they get a lot of these women from broken and damaged homes. A lot of these women that they get with, they're literally looking for father figures. I mean, she's putting on for the camera, but she's literally looking at him like he's saying something that is so, like, oh my God, this is groundbreaking. He's saying a whole bunch of nothing. A lot of them believe they have the right to do that. So, ladies, that's a conversation you definitely need to have with these potential men. What does submission look like to you? What does that mean? Because the part they leave out is that they feel like they can whoop your ass when you get out of line, when they feel like it. They feel like they have the right to do that. They look at you as the same level as a child. That's literally what listen, that's the part they don't like to talk about. Man had said a whole bunch of nothing, a bunch of word salad. It's like he sounds smart to a dumb motherfucker. Like he ain't like if you put him in a room with actual intellectuals, it ain't gonna go like how you think it's going. Thank you. That's her daddy. Thank you. He groomed her. She looks way younger than him too. Then you have to add in the added layers of he looks, like I just said, a lot older than her. I also think he's a shorter male. He looks smaller. So a lot of those shorter men got a damn Napoleon complex. And they really quick to hit a woman. They really carry more insecurities. Not all, but it's a common thing. And you know, people can say what they want about me, and I don't care, but I want every woman to be able to make an income and make money for herself. I want every woman to just have a fucking choice. To be with this man if you want to, or if you don't, or to be with him on your terms. I believe every woman should have that right. That's my belief personally. People can say what they want about me. That's really how I am. Because if a nigga get out of line, you need to be able to take care of yourself. Yeah, he can pay the bills. Oh, he 5'4". Okay, well, he real okay. So he's real small then. Thank you. I can let my guard down and feel safe. But yeah, you don't abuse me. Thank you. Allow you to lead without abusing me. But you got to remember too, right? A lot of these men in real life have never led anybody. See, it's easy to assert your power over a woman. Do you see this motherfucker leading other males? Do you see other men looking up to him? I ain't even saying just being scared of him. I ain't even talking about no street shit. I'm just talking about like, do you see other men look to him like, wow, like, you know, let me use a name. I'm gonna say Oliver. Like, you know, Oliver like really knows what he's talking about. And I really respect him. And I really want to be like him when I grow up. If that man don't have that kind of dynamic with men, he ain't even fit to lead you, to be honest. It's easy to go assert yourself over some women. Nigga, go assert yourself over some niggas. And then let me see what you do. Then let me see what you can do. But this man just gives highly performative. It gives performative. Also, I don't know if those are sunglasses or regular glasses. Anyway, let's see what else. Because I want to know how they're going to come back from this. Okay.
Stop trying to teach a man how to love you, how to show up for you, how to be there for you. It's impossible. You can't teach a man how to love you because a man loves through his actions. And if you watch the way he treats you, listens to the way he speaks to you, he is showing you how much he values you in his life. When a man really loves you, he doesn't have to be told anything. He just does. And you have to be mindful because it's dangerous trying to teach a man how to love you because you're teaching a man how to use you against you. So when it's time for you to leave, he knows what to say, how to hold you, how to appear to be there for you. Now it's making it harder for you to leave a man that's truly your enemy. When a man loves you, he shows you through his actions how much he values you, how much.
It's that same fake ass preacher voice that I just can't get with that.
Special.
Submissive. She cannot be soft. She cannot be loving when she's holding the weight of a man. What type of thoughts are you thinking?
the last 6 months? So you're telling me she's held you down for over a year with no complaints. And now she's complaining, and now she's voicing her frustration. Now she's allowing you to know that everything you do irritates her. She's wrong.
My thing is this, right? Selling that damn apple of Eve. I don't even know what the hell that is. My whole thing is this, right? First off, what is this man's real name? What is this man's real name? Look, he looked like a little kid in that chair. That chair wasn't a good look. That chair, you are not big enough to be laid back in that chair like that, sir. Where did this man come from? Who told him he was a minister? Like, where is his training? Like this is another Cheyenne Bryant. Thank you. Minister of what? I guarantee you he's a Mason, or he's had I almost get Mason vibes from him. Okay, anyway, let me go to what she had to say. So, Divine Queen Yada said, after 8 years, I made a difficult decision to end my relationship with the father of my children and step into a new chapter of my life. For years, I believed love meant fighting for your family. I gave my all to our home, our children, our businesses, and even protecting his reputation. I kept believing that if we could make it through one more difficult season, peace would meet us on the other side. But 8 weeks postpartum, looking at a bruise on my face, I had to stop calling it a difficult season and tell myself the truth. It was domestic violence. My 20s, wow, were filled with business, babies, and bruises. I didn't leave because I stopped loving him. I left because I realized that if I continued to stay, eventually I would drown. The hardest part has been grieving the future I imagine for our children. But one day they will understand that I chose their safety and my peace over a love story I desperately wanted to save. I've learned that people can change, people can heal, but you don't have to lose yourself waiting for them to do it. Loyalty should never require abandoning yourself. I don't share this for sympathy or to tear anyone down. What happened is a part of my story, but it would never become my identity. I am more than someone's wife. I am more than the things I survived. I am a mother, a woman of faith, a visionary. Okay, so now she started a new business. So let's see.
Ashamed, I'm hurt. But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt.
I mean, got a black eye all day long. All day long. She said, just FYI, I have to find a way to get my mouth fixed fast. That night you hit me, broke off the rest of my tooth, and I have been having severe pain since. If it's infected, it will cause my breast milk to become infected. He said, go to Dr. Dave. That's the best bet at the best price. Wait a minute. Not Mr. Rich. Not Mr. Give her, what did he say? $100,000 a month? Those ain't even real numbers. That was just for social media. I can tell you that right now. Not Mr. Provider worried about the best price. Not him saying, oh my God, baby, Wow. What? Oh, what are you talking about? I never broke your tooth. Nope. This is so sad and deplorable. This is sad. You were supposed to be there with me. You were supposed to be my safe space. I hate that you did this to our family. Have a good day, yada. I told you I didn't even like that girl. Who allows someone to just drink? And I don't know what else that was. That's definitely bruising on the cheekbone and swelling. Wow.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What will be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I try everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies.
Fuck him. Girl, what? Do you think she'll go back to him? She might. I wouldn't put it past her. I really wouldn't put it past her. You ain't finna be whooping my ass talking about you my best friend. Bitch, no, you not. Like, girl, you need a strong woman in your life. Cause you supposed to say, nigga, you do it again. That's your ass, nigga. You supposed to have she better have a Glock on. Cause he gonna be mad that you expose him for sure.
And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you though. That's what I would say.
And if you
This shit is crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna play the one with the birth, but well, let's see what's on the story.
It's opening doors for us, or
Helping Aja support women finding safety, helping women get out of the same situation. Nah, you need to get yourself together first. Ma'am, you're not in any position to be giving people advice. That'd be my only thing. They go straight from like telling a trauma story to give me some money or my new business. Like, ma'am, if you don't go somewhere and heal. I handle
Peace family, so I'm just giving you guys.
I handle 99% of all business affairs behind the scenes.
Peace family, so
I found shipping fulfillment in the first year to help scale the bit. I knew it was really the women that was the brainchild. That was the like. Yes, she's trying to capitalize. Yes. I'm not making fun of her, but it's just like, girl, you need to worry about yourself. But it really be the women that be the brains in these businesses. I prayed over this man daily and fought battles, but never mind. But I believe that was what a loyal woman looked like. He looked like a scammer.
family, so
Anyway, that's that. I'm going to just say this. Listen, this is the age of all grifters being exposed. We really learning who these people really is, who they really are. And that man that ran to Africa and he with his African wife over there, you know, I really hope this is not, was he wearing extensions? Maybe. I really hope this is not just for show. I hope this is not just another grift. I really, 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 really hope not. You know, leave that there. All right, so let's move right along from that. I'm getting to our last story. I I didn't know I was gonna go that long, boy. We on her 2 hours. Let's see. So we're gonna go to the name, not the name. Okay, yeah, we can go here. Okay, so let's talk about Serayah and Joey Badass. Okay, so here's another Chat GPT letter. All right. Here's another Chat GPT letter. She said, there comes a point in a woman's life when choosing herself is no longer an option. It becomes necessary. It's something in the air. Why we got all these breakups? Is something in the air? We got a whole bunch of breakups and letters. And I'm like, what is going on? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Plug this phone. All right. Jamaica Zipfield said, "Oh, me in a retrograde." I'm like, because like this is a lot. Unfortunately, I had to face a painful truth. There had been repeated infidelity throughout our relationship, including during some of the most vulnerable and meaningful moments of my life. I share this not for sympathy, retaliation, or to publicly tear anyone down. I share it because too many women are taught to question themselves before they question what is happening right in front of them. If your intuition is telling you something is wrong, listen to it. Don't make yourself smaller to keep someone else comfortable. Don't compromise your values because you're afraid of losing the future you imagine. And don't allow someone else's choices to become a referendum on your worth. Love should not require you to abandon yourself. I will always respect the fact that we share a beautiful son, and my priority will be protecting his peace, privacy, and relationship with both of his parents. For that reason, I won't be discussing the intimate details of our relationship publicly beyond what I have shared here. All right. So I heard about this the other day, of course. Okay. Her friends made her a cake, said, F that ninja. You know, okay, that can be cute and all, but I don't know who little boy it is. That can be cute and all, but is she really done? I don't know. But this is what I will say. I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard. What I heard is that she not lost, but she gave up at least 2 major projects during her pregnancy, right? So this man literally came into her life. I do believe sold her a dream. I do believe so. Knocked her up and was cheating on her. Okay. But here's where I have to hold Serayah to the fire. Number one, that man had previously said that he believed in polygamy and he was polygamous. Okay. I'm so sick of a lot of these niggas talking about they polygamous when they don't really understand what polygamy is. They talk about that's what we was in Africa, but not understanding that when it actually comes to polygamy, that's about survival, that's about duty, and that's about responsibility. Sex is actually kind of low on the list when it comes to polygamy. Just wanting to have sex with a bunch of different women is not polygamy. That's you laying it low and spreading it wide. A lot of these niggas do not know the difference. Okay. Now you got my girl out here, Serayah, looking crazy with a damn baby, a single mother and a baby by a damn rapper. Now she got to be out here looking for her Russell Wilson. I guess she gonna give Sierra and Russell a call. They seem to be good matchmakers. You know what I'm saying? He made a plumb damn fool out of her because she left Jacob because Jacob Lattimore didn't want marriage and didn't want kids at that time. He wasn't ready for that. So she moved on to somebody that treated her worse. At least Jacob didn't knock her up. At least Jacob didn't have her out here being a baby mama. At least Jacob didn't have her out here having to pass on projects. I'm going to tell you, when it comes to Serayah and Joey's whole dynamic, that really reminds me of like a woman that also thinks she can change a man. Like, she got to take responsibility too. That man, maybe he lied to her. Maybe he said he changed. I'm going to give her that. But that man never gave monogamous. He never gave, I'm going to really put you first. He never gave that, Serayah. He never did. Not to us. Now, maybe to you, maybe, but not to us. I think that Joey was such a different type of male in his disposition versus Jacob that she was drawn to that, but didn't really understand that that kind of nigga was not a nigga to tie yourself to for life with a fucking baby, girl. That kind of man is a man to you down. You should have let him you down to the ground. You should have let him had you in the pillow at the Holiday Inn going, oh my God, I feel it in my chest. That's all he was good for. That's all he should have been. Y'all got to start learning. I don't know if you thought you could love him into being who you want him to be, because that don't work. First off, I tell you women that all the time. We don't love the way y'all love. We understand standards, boundaries, consequences. We understand that. We understand rules and regulations. I still don't even know why y'all be trying to love us like that. That really be y'all motherfucking problem. Y'all be smart. Women be smart as hell, but dumb as a box of fucking rocks when they get to loving us. I done told y'all that 1,000 damn times. We are not to be loved. We understand standards, boundaries, consequences to the actions. And that's it, and that's all. I don't understand why y'all ain't understand that. Why y'all think we only think y'all love us if y'all listen to our orders, because we show love by giving and listening to orders. That's all we understand. You thought you was gonna love that man out of laying the low and spreading it wide. You wasn't. Y'all be so smart. When I say women be smart, women y'all way smarter than us, actually, and closer to the spirit world, and stronger spiritually than us. But that damn Achilles heel be the love y'all have for us. Oh Lord, it gets you every time. Loving a nigga. You put your trust in a nigga? Now, she also talked about abandoning herself, right? Putting her career on hold, really stopping everything that she had going on to pour into him. Why? Because when a woman loves you, that's normally what they do. They just start pouring into you. But here's the problem, Serayah. You did all that and gave all that to a man that did not deserve it. Number one, number two, number three, and number four. You do not do that shit for a man that is not your husband. You don't even got to necessarily do that for your husband, because your husband can leave you. But we talking about status and titles, because that matters. That's the society that we live in. With everything that's out here on the internet, you as a woman got to know and understand that men are highly discouraged from being stepfathers now. So you got to know now as a woman, if you become a single mother, you may die one. You have to just know that. I ain't saying it's right, but I'm telling you that's what it is. Because most people do not go against societal norms. Most people are not strong enough to go against societal norms and really think for themselves. They're going to be influenced by that. So at the end of the day, even though a lot of these niggas grew up with stepfathers, they ain't really trying to do that no more like that. Not because they don't love you, just or even fuck with you, even fuck or really love your child, just because of what other niggas gonna say and how other niggas gonna look at them. So you have to really, really be careful who you give a child to. Serayah, I didn't know her personally, but she always gave classy based. She always gave somebody that I would see ending up with like maybe marrying an athlete or maybe marrying somebody like a Michael B. Jordan if he actually liked black women or women in general. But you understand what I'm saying? Like that's what I always saw for somebody like her. Not to be tied to a fucking low-grade Temu ASAP Rocky. I don't even like that Rihanna is tied to ASAP Rocky. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't. Anytime a man tie herself to anytime a woman tie herself to a man that is not on her level and is not as powerful as her, I'ma always look at her crazy. I just am. I'm gonna go a step further. When it comes to black women in this industry, period, I don't really be understanding how they be choosing these niggas. Like it don't be making no kind of sense. Not Serayah, not Rihanna, not Nicki, not Mary J. Blige. List goes on and on and on. So anyway, because you now have a baby with this nigga, now it's gonna be harder for you to attach yourself to somebody else, right? Because you do want to be married, you ultimately do want a family. I'm not saying she can't find it. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, this makes it a little bit more difficult. It do. But these are all things you have to keep in mind. Is it wrong of me that I low key want her to drop that? Because did she have a boy with him, a baby boy? I low key want her to drop that baby off with him. Let him be the primary parent. She get the baby on the weekends and she go on and live her life. Seriously. Like, I don't understand why these men get to just anchor women down and then just go on and then make the next bitch a baby mama. Because he's just going to keep doing that. That's going to be how he lives his life. This ain't no real polygamous nothing, because actual polygamy has structure, something that most of these niggas know nothing about. Because if they actually knew about struggle, they'd be way farther in their lives. Like, I low-key want, it ain't about abandoning her baby, but I low-key want women. I mean, let's try for the next 30 years. A nigga want to break up with you, think he gonna anchor you with a baby? Nah, give him that baby. Especially if it's a boy. Somebody that's gonna grow up and say you ain't shit anyway and be mad that and feel like it's your fault that his daddy wasn't there. Somebody that's gonna get on a podcast 25 years from now and, you know, say you ain't shit anyway and talk about all your mistakes. Let his daddy have them. After the age of 8, it ain't really much you can do for him anyway. Let his damn daddy have. Let's try that for about 30 years. They always saying they the better parent anyway. They always saying they want custody. So why not just... Why not? Why not? Okay? Why not? Now, if we look at a picture of them, Serayah and Joey. Let's see. She don't even look happy in this picture here. She don't even look happy here. She don't even look happy here. She definitely loved him more than he loved her. And yeah, he looked like a man that want to just sleep around. He looked like a gaslighter. He looked like he probably a smooth talker. And ma'am, this nigga ain't nothing but a user. Where is this nigga from? And if y'all tell me this nigga from New York, or Jersey or East Coast state, I'm gonna really know he ran game on her. I can look it up. He's a Jamaican from New York. Girl, bye. And she thought, oh Lord have mercy. That girl didn't have a chance. Let me see. Oh, okay. She's from California. Okay, she's from Encinitas, California. But nonetheless, that ain't even important. I just, I look at archetypes of people and I'm just like, ma'am, you believe this man was finna be monogamous? You believe this man, like, this nigga is who he is. Jamaican from Brooklyn, polygamous, Timu ASAP Rocky. Yeah, she probably, listen, I'm going to tell you something, Nine. I'm going to tell you. I'm not even going to necessarily say she should have stayed with Jacob, because if she honestly felt like their relationship was not going anywhere, then she has every right to leave. You don't have to stay with anybody. But what I will say is, it's a part of me that believes she, felt like, Jacob was too lame. I believe so. I believe she'll be back with Jacob if Jacob take her back. I can believe that. But what a lot, and first off, there's nothing wrong with being lame, baby. I'm King Lame. You hear me? King Lame. I ain't trying to be cool, baby. Them niggas don't even live that long. Them niggas don't live long, baby. Hey, you can't compare when you a square, baby. Square is live long time. I want to live long time. Hey, all that excitement. I watch it on the Zeus. I watch it on the YouTube. I don't want that shit in my real life. Y'all can have all that. I grew up in it. I ain't trying to live in it as an adult. A lot of women, when they leave a lame nigga, they don't be realizing, ma'am, you're lame yourself. A lot of these women is also lames. And lames need to be with lames. And cool people that dip in the do it need to be with cool people that dip in the do it. That's it. That's all. And so Joey was different. And they said that on Twitter that he was fine. And I was just like, where? Listen. We all are into different things. And I'm a nigga, so I ain't supposed to think he cute. But fine where? He's okay looking. He's a regular looking nigga. Like, he's okay looking. I need a full body shot. Let's see. Joey Badass full body shot. Okay, here we go right here. When he was on a runway, so I'm assuming he's tall. Maybe they mean that. Yeah, like he regular. He's okay. He's okay. Yeah, he's okay. Look, he's okay. Man, I believe he dicked her down quick, fast, and in a hurry, and that girl fell in love. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. And look, everybody, look, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But it was just when they said fine, I was like, oh, wow. I like the way he dressed. I like the way he dressed for sure. I don't think he gonna be on People Magazine Most Beautiful People, but whatever. You know what? He do kind of look like a straight Tyler the Creator. I could kind of see that. Anyway, listen. You know, maybe she was trying to make Jacob jealous. I don't know. Maybe she was. But she fell for the okie doke. She ain't the first, and she ain't gonna be the last. Look, somebody said, I know I'm a little lame. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, let me find somebody that like to read books. Jackpot, you know. Let's go to the aquarium. Let's go to the science center. I wouldn't kick him out the bed. Ma'am, that's all he's good for. That's the point. Let him beat your shit in and send him on his way. She don't sit there and try to make him no husband. Okay, now real quick, before we go, who do we like better, right? Who do we like better? Do we like her with Joey or Jacob? Let's see. Damn, I spelled that name wrong. Okay, who we prefer? Do we prefer her with Joey Badass? Or do we prefer her with Jacob? Somebody said looks wise, she looks better with Joey. Okay. She looks compatible with Jacob. She actually does. Chrissy said neither of these men are my type. I know that's right. Oh, Jacob, Joey. I prefer it with Storm. No, thank you. Neither. Joey put that thing down. He looked like he do. He looked like he do. He looked like he do. Real ghetto with it. Breaking that back in and smoking a Newport afterwards. That's definitely what he give. He definitely give. He'll bend you over doggy style and roll a motherfucking blunt on your back. Like, that's what that nigga give. They look like brother and sister. Kiki said he a fine chocolate man. Okay. Well, he polygamous, so you gonna share. Storm wanted it. Thank you. Yeah, she way too young and fertile for me. I said, give me Nia Long, and I will sign that NDA. Sure will. Sure will. Yeah, nah, she's too young and fertile for me. I'll pass on that. Anyway, did I say that? That's it. No, because she's gorgeous. She's very, very pretty and attractive. So it ain't nothing against her, but it's no thank you. All right. Now, before I get out of here, people, I wanted to say this, that if you are in need of spiritual help or spiritual guidance, DM me on Instagram, Celebrity Doctor TV, or email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. I know somebody. I will refer you to them. Okay. Well, I will get you the information, right? Read the directions, read what I send you, look at everything. Take the time. When I send you because I'm gonna send you a link. Okay. Read through the page. I'm gonna send you screenshots with directions. Take the time to read them. I know sometimes we get a little bit excited or we be discombobulated. But follow the directions, okay? So once again, if you are in need of that, DM me, Celebrity Doctor TV. Email me, monroestorm59@gmail.com. I'll get that information over to you. As usual, every single show is sponsored by freecash.com, where you can get paid to play games. You can scan that QR code in the left-hand corner, or my left hand, or you can hit the link that is pinned in the chat. We'll come back tonight and talk about Texas Roadhouse. We'll come back tonight and talk about that. Other than that, monetize your mouth. Tickets are on sale still. Okay, we get started on the 28th. So if you want to learn about social media, how to get your YouTube together, I just did a consultation today, and I actually got a girl that signed up for like a 6-month mentorship, basically, is what it is. So we'll be working one-on-one. So if you're interested in that, hit me up and let me know. We'll be back later, people. Okay. All right. But I am out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And we out. We'll catch y'all later. Before we dive back in, here's something that you can actually do while bored. You can play games and get paid for it. If you hit the link in my description box or hit the QR code that's right there on the screen, you can download and sign up for free right away. It's simple. All you have to do is download and create an account with an email and your password. It literally takes seconds. Inside, you'll see a wall of games and offers. Pick one you actually enjoy, play through the levels, and the cash lands right into your free cash account. It's like turning your downtime into a side hustle without even noticing. Now, some people pull in an extra $10, $20 a day. But if you put in the work, you put in the effort, you can potentially make a lot more. You can spend a couple of bucks in the game to hit levels faster, which lets you unlock the biggest offers and the biggest payouts. That's how some users end up earning hundreds, even 500 or more on certain offers. But you don't have to actually spend anything. You can stick to the free levels and still cash out. Okay, the whole
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.